Turn around, I feel the breeze over me.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is eSportsMonies, ESM, Mac10, whatever you want to call me, and this is the sound of my new microphone with the video footage of my not new anymore, a couple months old, but newly optimized and adjusted camera. So everything should be prettier than it's ever been. Like, way prettier and sound way prettier than it's ever sounded on my stream. So today we're going to be talking about something. We're going to be doing a few things on my stream. So I've got some Turbo DotAs probably in the mix, if I can find the brace that I wear on my hand. But before we get into that, I'm going to be talking a little bit about why you should be looking at a VR system, because it's gotten to the point where, you know, when I was like 13, 14, 15 years old, I could save up $1,000 over a summer and then spend that $1,000 on a new laptop, and I did that 3 summers in a row between the ages of like 13 and 16, and then after that either saved it or built my desktop. So today with that amount of money, you could build a setup comparable to what I currently have, because the Oculus Rift is only $350. It's commonly on sale for $350, and it's discounted lower than that. So I'm at minus 1.1 decibels on the desktop audio. I'm gonna cut that down to 5. So I'm at PC Part Picker now, and our goal here is to be able to build a virtual reality, not just ready, but something that would let us comfortably play VR, $4,000. And that includes, so that would actually be $650. So let's get started. I'm gonna be starting with Ryzen now. So the Ryzen 5 1600 is, I believe that's their 6-core, their cheapest 6-core. Yeah, it's their cheapest 6-core. So I think 6 cores is about, really is, I think 6 cores is about as low as you want to go, especially considering if you go all the way down to the 1400. I mean, let's go with the 1600. So let's add that guy, and then CPU cooler. It should come with one, I believe, right? Does it include one? Yeah, it has a cooler. So that saves us money right there. Motherboard. So we're going to be... ASRock has a B350 micro ATX board. That's actually quite good. Yeah, that's... They have a $10 promo at Newegg right now, but... Wow, man, I might end up building one of these guys. So, let's add this to the build. Memory. Ooh, we're about to get cooked here. Memory is expensive right now, guys. Ooh wee. Ooh geez. Let's look at 24 through 3000, and we need to look at 16 gig kits. We really need to see timings on this. I don't know if I trust these Team Dark RAM sticks. They're so cheap. Alright, so they're out of stock. So they're actually pretty good. Yeah, their timings are pretty meh, but because they're 3000, you could probably get 2666 hertz off of them. And everyone, when it comes to conventional knowledge about... this song is actually a little bit too much. When it comes to conventional knowledge about building a PC, everyone that knows anything before this year is going to say, don't worry about your RAM speed, especially if you're going to budget build. Do not spend money on RAM. That was before this year. Ryzen requires extremely fast RAM in order to get the best performance. We're talking double digits performance increase in synthetic benchmarks that are CPU bound. So Final Fantasy XI's, we'll put it this way. So Final Fantasy XIV Online is a game that's heavily CPU bottlenecked and not very GPU bottlenecked. My benchmark with that game went from 14,000, it's their proprietary score. I went from 14,000 to 16,000 from stock RAM and stock GPU to overclocking both. And without overclocking my GPU, I was able to hit 15.5. So we're going from 14,000 on their benchmark to 15.5K in their benchmark, setting my RAM from the stock 2133 to 2999 megahertz. To put that in perspective, that's a 1500 increase. I only got a 2000 point increase when I upgraded from a 1070 Founders to a 1080 Ti. You want fast RAM. But this, assuming that this gets restocked, I'm adding it. I never thought I'd see the day where the RAM costs 3 times as much as the fucking motherboard, though. Storage. We want to be looking at a 1 terabyte drive, I think. Ooh, I really don't like Seagate. I mean, what do the reviews on Newegg say for this guy? It's got 4 eggs. What up, Morden? What's good, dog? No, it sucks because you get people like, and I love these guys to death. They're my inspiration. They're my heroes. So when you have people like Linus Tech Tips and Paul's Hardware and Bitwit and everybody else, and Gamers Nexus, going around telling everyone for years and years and years on end that it doesn't matter what your RAM speed is, and it didn't at the time, then people go with that knowledge, and then people slack off, people don't keep up with tech, and then they go shopping and they build their new system, they build a new Ryzen rig, and then they suddenly realize, they look at it and they're like, wow, Ryzen sucks as an architecture because my benchmarks are so low, because they didn't even bother to set their RAM speeds or try playing with them. Ryzen is annoying because Ryzen is the most picky about RAM speeds in terms of performance, and it's also hard to get things to work at their advertised frequency. I'm still not running my RAM at its advertised frequency, but I'm damn close to it. About as good as I can get. And for the record, I have the most expensive motherboard that you could buy at Ryzen's launch. I have a Crosshair 6 Hero. So, get good RAM. I'm gonna get the Desk Star. Get a terabyte drive. All right, so let's go with. Is there anybody that's got a 480? RAM. RAM. They're all... Someone is selling an RX... No freaking way. AMD is reselling an RX 480 for $540. This is a $250 card, guys. The mining craze is ridiculous right now. Good God, that's bullshit. Alright. Let's check the 580 box. $234. What about a 1066 gig? $1066 gig is NVIDIA's entry level. So this is $240 for 1066 gig Zotac. And this is a... Damn it, I just closed the tab I didn't want to, didn't I? It's a mini, so I'm not sure about that. I would say probably better to go with the Asus. Yeah, let's go with the Asus 6 gig. The thing is, at identical prices, I would rather have the RX 480 8 gig than this card. So I'm going to move this all the way down here so I don't close it again. And this will be our NVIDIA option. And then let's go down to the 580 and the 480. Is the music bad, guys? Is it distracting? I'll turn it off if you guys think it's bad. So $234 for the cheapest 580. Why did that show up in the first search? Is this really an 8 gig card, an 8 gig 580? All right, now if this 1066 gig and this 580 8 gig were the same price, I would go for the 580 if they were the same price. And the 580 is $30 cheaper. More than $30 cheaper. That's a mail-in rebate. This is insane. Holy schmoly, guys. That's insane, guys. This is so cheap. Let's actually GPU benchmark. That's 8,200, but I think that's averaging both types of cards. 6,000, 87. 87 to 8,200. Yeah, I vape all day, boy. There's 500 more points, so that's an 8,200 to an 8,700 score with the RX 580. However, this probably does include a bunch of benchmarks that come from there might be more 4 gig versions of it than people have benchmarked the 3 gig version of the 1060, which would cause this number to be skewed. Also, there's something that I'm hoping this needs to be its own video, because right here I'm talking about VR stuff and not just hardware, but people talk about this fine wine meme stuff with AMD products, and there's like actual truth to that. AMD's graphics cards get better over time because, I mean, this is like set by a historical precedent with the company. AMD is a CPU company first and foremost, and they acquired ATI in the mid 2000s, and so when they acquired them, they didn't have the technical background to optimize software. Do you know how much software you need to make a CPU run? It's got microcode, that's it. Versus you need complicated graphics drivers for every single program this thing runs. Or for a lot of different programs this runs. Especially if you want them to run at the best possible performance. Things need to be optimized on a program-by-program basis. So, generally speaking, NVIDIA cards get better because they have more raw compute power than NVIDIA cards. And so, you can expect to get a certain level of performance with modern games with this card. And with this card leading slightly, but in 2 years, you will probably be okay with this card if you haven't upgraded your monitor, if you're still using the same VR headset. If you haven't upgraded anything but are just using later software, you will probably need to upgrade this. My Radeon 7950 overclocked to hell didn't need to be replaced for years. So we're going with this guy. Power supply. I actually don't know how much wattage. Okay, so we're at 344 wattage. So 650 watt will be fine. This 80 plus, this Corsair doesn't have a lot of reviews, but Corsair's pretty good. What's up, Pit Fermi? Pit Fermi. I'm just talking about how cheap it is to build a VR PC. So, yeah, go ahead and throw this guy in there, or throw this thermal take in there. The EVGA is good, but I think that's a little more expensive than it needs to be. So throw this 650 watt PSU in it. We're at $700 now, so we're actually over. I'm talking about why people should be looking at building a VR rig, because it's so damn easy right now. So we're at pretty much everything you need except for a computer case. You can make... The thing is, this isn't just a VR PC. This is a VR PC that you can use for, like, I don't know, 5 years probably, without any serious need to upgrade if you don't upgrade your peripherals, like your monitors or your VR headset. So if I downgrade this, I can peel $50 off, and if I downgrade this, I can pull a few more bucks off of it, and I can pull probably $30 off of this if I downgrade it. But I would recommend not doing that, because this is going to allow you to stay around a little bit longer. As far as storage is concerned, what's the lowest? What's the cheapest SSD they have? Crucial A data. So, so right now we're at $700. So, if you throw on top of this $350 for an Oculus, then you're now at you're now at $1,050, and you have a VR ready PC. Really, you should throw another $100 in there. Pit Fermi, I wish you had a 6GB 1060. If you had a 6GB 1060, you could do VR stuff super easy. You can still do VR stuff with a 3GB 1060, but having a 6GB, you use so much RAM when you do VR stuff. You use so much VRAM. I really want to build an ITX rig, though. So, yeah, it ends up being... I'll add the cheapest case I can find. There. That looks like a gaming case. Add additional storage. Oh, SSD only. You will be into VR when you try it. It's like one of those things that you can't actually explain to someone, they just have to freaking do it. Because it's just that good. Oh yeah, buy a damn Oculus, dude. It's $350. The biggest problem I've had with my Oculus is the software, and now we actually have games. We have lots and lots and lots of really good games. In fact, I would say the Oculus exclusive title From Other Suns is probably a bigger deal to the hardcore people, to the people actually using their headsets that aren't just buying into it because of the Bethesda titles. From Other Suns is a bigger deal. The game is insane. It's so much fucking content. I can't get over how much I love that game. All right, so we're at $765. So we'll be at $1,115. $1,115. You have a 6-core CPU. You really only need a 4-core, but you have a very good 6-core CPU here. A decent motherboard. You can overclock with the B350, even though it's a miniature motherboard. You have 16 gigs of RAM. You have 120 gig solid state. You have a 2 terabyte bulk drive. You have a 588 gig case to put it all in, and a 650 watt bronze certified power supply. So you can easily run a full, actually, let me check the USB 3.0 ports on this. Yeah, you have enough USB ports. You can run a full room scale setup off of this tiny thing, for sure. So yeah, you can. This is for $1,100, $1,115. You can build a VR setup that isn't just hitting the minimums and running now. It's surpassing the minimums to the point where you should reasonably expect to be able to play any VR title that comes out in 2018. Maybe 2019. We'll have to see if they make a new headset or not. But any title that comes out in 2018, you can reasonably expect to run flawlessly at normal to upper settings, in addition to being a normal gaming rig. And that includes the price of the Oculus with 2 sensors and the touch controls for $1,115. No, Pit Fermi, it's strange. So first of all, damn it, I meant to record this whole segment because I was going to post it as its own video about building a VR rig, but I'll do it by itself sometime. Ooh, my bitrate is acting funny. Is it? All right, looks like it's fine. Something that's really important to remember with VR is that when I'm streaming it and you see an image on your monitor of what I'm playing, that's not what I'm seeing. VR, it's actually rendering 3D images, so like the NVIDIA 3D vision, that sort of stuff, so the monitor looks like it's in 3D and you have like multiple layers. It's, whoops, it's actually doing that, but it's not just doing that. It's doing that, and it's doing a different, sorry, hold on, bear with me. Still getting used to this mic, guys. It's doing that, but it's rendering two different images. It's rendering one for each eye. It is absolutely insane, and it's something that when I bought my DK2, I bought it to just force things to run through Vorpex, and when I actually started using it, I was blown away when I reached the home screen, because it was so real. It was so immersive. It was more real than I could have. You can't even perceive what you're missing until you try it. As far as epilepsy, unless you're a freaking epileptic, you're probably not going to have any issues. So I get tired the same level that I do in real life. I don't get tired any faster or worse. I'd say you get tired less, because all the real VR screens today are OLED, and the only one that's not is the Pimax 8K, and that's a sacrifice they had to make because it's very hard to make a high resolution, high refresh rate display in OLED. But because it's OLED, you always have lots and lots of blue light. So, you know, like your screen's dim red, like Apple's night mode and f.lux, all of these apps, they purposely remove blue light from your devices. So the reason they remove blue light from your devices is because your brain actually has a specific type of receptor, like a rod or a cone, in your eye. It's a photosensitive ganglion cell, and instead of perceiving light, can you go to the toilet with VR without standing up? Yeah, I think only if you're sitting on a toilet. But so these photosensitive ganglion cells only react to 470 nanometers spectrum of blue light, or spectrum of light, which is blue light. And when triggered, these cells tell your pineal gland to stop producing melatonin, so you're more awake, and it disrupts your sleep schedule. Sleep researchers in general have a lot of issues with what we do with our lives today that we didn't do 100 years ago, that we didn't do 20, 30 years ago, and that we definitely didn't do 100 years ago. And so when you are in VR, there's no option to remove all this blue light. You're getting that blue light constantly. And so you're pretty awake, biologically speaking. The actual side effects of VR, the problem that you have to worry about, is motion sickness. And it's exponentially more problematic if you don't have a good setup. So it needs to be able to run smoothly, because any juddering's just it's gonna mentally rip you apart. You're gonna be like, what was that? But with a smooth setup, I can sit on that couch behind me and play From Other Suns for 5.5 hours. In fact, I have a yeah, I mean, I just got my master's degree in sleep research, so I'm right there with you. So you can set me down on that couch and I can play From Other Suns for 5.5 hours without getting up, and I'm not bluffing. I have a video of me that I recorded yesterday for 5.5 hours where I just played From Other Suns. And then after I closed the stream, I sat down, thought about it, and then played for another 2 hours and finished the game. It's once you have to get your legs with it, and then once you get your legs with it, you'll want to get when it makes you nauseous. At least when it made me nauseous, I had to take it off and I had to sit down and recover. But within 3 or 4 days of doing that, I had sort of forced my body to accept we're going to be doing this now, and now I don't get sick at all. And you will probably have that desire. You can get Yeah. This will be $350 on Black Friday. And this is everything. This is 2 sensors. I don't think it would be that bad. I played with someone in From Other Sons 2 days ago that was not American. It is 4 a.m. My whole night has just evaporated because I spent like 4 hours setting up this microphone, and I'm not even going to use it when I'm in VR. Also, Oculus over any other VR headset, because the other ones, there are going to be a lot of headsets that die and go nowhere. Oculus will not be one of them because they have the Facebook money. Vive probably won't, but Vive don't have these. These touch controllers, Luke from Linus Tech Tips had a really good description of these controllers. In fact, Luke's description of these controllers on Linus Tech Tips is why I went with an Oculus over a Vive. He said, you know that feeling you get when you put your hands on a keyboard and mouse that you've used for years, and your hands just go there like it's an extension of your own body, and they know exactly where to be and what to be doing at all times? These controllers are like that the first time you pick them up. This switch right here, it knows if my finger's touching it. It knows exactly how much pressure I'm putting on it. It knows if I'm squeezing it. And the same is true for every button on this. This trigger, it knows. If I point, it knows I'm pointing. If I'm touching this, like, I mean, I could probably find you a cheap place to get it, Pit. It knows if I'm touching the thumbsticks. It knows what direction I'm tilting the thumbsticks. It knows where my hands are at all times when you are holding these. And they are comfortable as hell, and they feel like something you naturally would be aiming with. The thing that really breaks my mind, there's this... Mechanical keyboards. The funny thing is, you hear this? That's not a mechanical keyboard, technically. It's a Saytech Eclipse 2. This is my Saytech Eclipse 2. And I have had this keyboard since August 2008. Wait, what? There are people selling this? People are still selling this! Oh, I'm buying another one. I'm buying another one. Oh my god, I am buying another one of these. I'm buying another one of these. Holy shit, I am buying another one of these. Yeah, this is my keyboard. Except mine doesn't look like that anymore. It's got quite a few keys rubbed off. Yeah, the C and the V and the D and the Shift and the Control and the Alt are all screwed. Yeah. The thing is, it's loud and it's damn close to a mechanical keyboard. In terms of the way it feels, it's like emulating a mechanical keyboard, and it was marketed to gamers because, I mean, it's made by Saytech, which was acquired by Mad Catz. So it was very good when I got it, and then I used it for 10 years, and then after if you use a keyboard for 10 years and and you see a new keyboard and you want it, then you don't, bro, do you even grind? Like, you don't want to have to do that relearning. It feels like your hands are somewhere they aren't supposed to be. Even though you know when you press the letter Q, it's going to do the letter Q things. It doesn't. There's this like little bit of doubt in the back of your head if you've used the same peripheral for that long. All right, I'm gonna turn up the Desktop audio. Here we go. Let's do some dotes. I'm gonna find the guard that I wear. Race that I wear. Something I hate about cameras in general is that you seem to find yourself in a position where you seem to find yourself in a position where is this working right? You had me, dude. Actually, I'm gonna switch to my Smurf, which is not really a Smurf anymore. I'm just not good anymore. Everyone's always like, buy X new hardware. I'm like, well, nah, if it's not an objective upgrade, then I'm not gonna buy it. And upgrading my headphones is another great example of something I don't want to upgrade. I've never really watched much of CLQ. Can I select English and English? The abandon trick? What's that? I don't know. It's ESM with a picture of a wolf. That's my... I don't know how to find me. I know how to find me on Dota Buff. I don't know how to find me otherwise. So, how do you do that? Do you just type it into the console to make the colors right? It's not a bad idea. Hi, I'm gonna have to try that. Y'all know this song, right? Add me. Add me and play next. I'm just doing Turbo. Okay, cool. It's detecting my voice in Steam. Where am I on Dota buff? I linked my my Smurf Steam in the chat. You should still be able to add me, even though it's private. Yo, invite CLQ. I only Turbo. What's up, Pit? Morden. People asking me in my comments, why aren't I making more guides? Why aren't I making more guides? Dota. Yeah, pretty much.
Gratifying and a lot of fun.
I bet. Same goes for you.
Ditto. I mean, it's.
No, James doesn't feel that. He doesn't like going to these events.
That's why I want him to talk first, because then I say, well, what Robert said. I don't have to, make up lies about
That guy you're hearing is the voice of Arcturus Kminsk, having a friendly conversation with the voice of Jim Raynor. God, you're gonna be so sad if you think I'm not just gonna AFK jungle farm like half this game. I'm not gonna go to jungle, but I'm gonna pick spin and farm all game. Because I like to AFK farm. Get water. There, I went back because I was really hoping we'd have the game by now. No! This song is not particularly good. This song is a banger, though. See how much better it sounds when it's not coming off of YouTube. That sounds a lot better not coming off of YouTube. Holy crap. Because of course I have that song downloaded because this song is a banger-ranger. It's also why I use it in a lot of my videos. Music volume is probably slightly loud, but that's because I want to listen to the song.
Pick a hero! 5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine.
Also, I really don't like typing with this mic set up because it's right in front of my keyboard. People that just showed up to the stream, what do you think of the new microphone? It's buttery smooth, right? Buttery smooth! One of these you can't buy at the side shop anymore. Shoot. A buttery smooth. Put it on a biscuit. Well, butter my biscuit. I'm so happy I have a program that will let me see Twitch chat in VR whenever I want now, or YouTube chat. So now I could just do... I can always see my chat.
When's actually the new season pass coming?
Why aren't they doing anything? They're just standing around. Relax, Morty. Morty, I'm getting ready for the game to start in 30 seconds. Oh, I'm scared.
What am I gonna build? Okay, so I'm gonna go Mask of Madness first to accelerate farm, and then I'm gonna go for Echo Saber.
That's right.
Here we go, Rick. We're battle.
Then probably Blink. Then crit. Thanks.
Good enough. Right. I'll do it. Okay.
He's dead. He's dead. He's fucking dead.
I ain't got nothing. That actually cost me more CS than it would have been worth, but it's fine.
Can you pull this in the new patch?
You want me to pull?
Not on the new patch.
Oh, can't pull anymore?
Not from the hard.
Only Radiant can, right?
Why not? Yes.
Is she really trying to harass me? What the fuck?
Probably get another kill on this.
I'm slowed up.
The battle.
I shouldn't have leveled that up yet. I should have. I should have held it.
Go, 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 go.
Don't go for him. Go for Deuce.
So many creeps here, guys. Though creeps are actually a real concern right now.
Yes, very well.
No, no, no. No, no,
Ah.
Ogre is coming.
My code compelled. To battle. Agreed.
Deal as much damage as you want. I don't give. I should not have eaten that tango because he stabbed me. My mechanics are like sad child. But the child is me. Cash monies.
Yes.
Good setup, guys. One more. My latency says 17, but it feels heavier than that. Might just be because I'm so used to being in the jungle, though. Sorry, I fucked up. Just back. I wasn't in cast range. I thought I was.
I claim the right.
They're really stepping to me.
Yes.
Let's smoke gang middle, shall we? Wait for Luna to go away and go.
Good idea.
We could just kill her. I've almost got ult. Hold up.
Okay.
I have no fucking idea what that was about. Can we wrap around gank him?
Yeah.
I have hammer. I have hammer or ult though. Pick one. I don't have mana. It's got stolen by Medusa. Damn it.
Yeah, trying.
Okay, that's not available at the side shop anymore. That's really good to know. Fuck.
It's only proper.
Go middle. Let's go middle.
Good.
Should have popped that earlier. Then I would already have the boots in my inventory active. So, that was bad.
Good enough.
Can I get some support ducks?
Why not? That's right. A good choice. I go by the breeze. To battle.
Your bottom tower is under attack!
Okay. Pause.
I don't have any mana, y'all.
Good idea.
I never have mana.
Never cross me. Over.
My cleave damage is basically the same as like a normal hit.
Die.
Why did you fucking prep my creep? Boop. Boop. I'm gonna kill the stack.
Oh man, you denied that bottom tower! Way to go!
I can do no less.
Nice stack, by the way. There's a lot of free monies. Thanks for the mana.
Whoa, initiating killing spree mode.
If I were lucky, I might have been able to do something there, but I don't think so. I'm actually gonna go for mana regen.
Just kill him, okay?
Your top tower's under attack.
He said champion, we have to
Stun him,
win.
okay? Stun him.
Oh man, this guy's dominating.
I'm backing off. Oh, never mind. Thanks.
It's only proper.
Go, 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 go.
We got 3 here, though. We're gonna need another one. Cool. No mana. You get that hook? He's dead. Grab him. Ult him. Cash. Someone save me from all this money!
Oh man, what? Get up on out of here. Radiant just fortified their structures. Oh jeez, your middle tower's under attack.
Remember to tread toggle. Tread toggling's good mechanics, boys.
VAC, VAC.
I'm here. Let's get him. He's almost out of mana. He's almost out of mana. He's out of mana. Get him. We threw the kitchen sink on that bitch. I'm building Daedalus next. I should build crit next, but I want Daedalus because Daedalus is more fun. Be there in 1 sec. I'm gonna go with the movement speed. I don't think the damage actually stacks with crit.
He knows.
Keep your treads toggled.
Can we, like, stay here? Set a trap?
And over here. Just let them come to us. Hey, the first person that comes in, I'm gonna use my Yule's combo on them, but don't...
Olga rewarded here. He placed the ward.
Fuck it, let's get out of here. The enemy's bottom tower. Gone.
You want me to come back? I'm coming back.
You're gonna do this. Holy crap, Ricky's unstoppable! Whoa, the enemy's top
Nice.
tower got destroyed!
Roche?
Whoa, you just unlocked a positive encouragement soundbite.
That's right.
Coming.
Feel my blade.
I guess I take. Oh fuck, I just got a Daedalus too. Let's blow them up. Nice hook, dude. That was so sick. Nah. have a DD still. Oh fuck! I have Aegis. Nice. I can cut us out. I've got a quelling blade off cooldown in a sec. Getting blink dagger soon. Like at 100 gold. Alright, I'm just gonna leave my treads on strength from here on out. Oh wait, shit. I took my data list off. Why did I take my data list off? I'm so fucking stupid. I don't know. I probably should. I'll keep toggling.
Good idea.
I took my data list off for like a good 20 seconds. It's really stupid of me. This hero is so good right now. Lifesteal. Because I'm going to want to get rid of the Mask of Madness eventually. AC. And then I get AC and then I replace Mask of Madness with the Moon Shard.
Double kill. Oh, man.
3 seconds on blink. Yeah. I did not need to ult there. Okay, the Shadow Fiend's pretty farmed. I think he's going for a rapier. He's higher level than me. That's a really long death timer. But I've also been playing like I thought I was invincible, so that's probably why.
Ah, fuck, my bad.
I need to AFK farm more, you're right. Farm.
Can you bottle me, please, Tinker?
Wait, Shadow Fiend's dead. I should have come to this fight. Let's get Rax or something. I gotta get out. Shadow Fiend's alive and I'm low. What do you mean no items to be delivered? Where's my fucking Hyperstone? Guys, I think I just... Oh, never mind.
Suck your ass.
You couldn't sell for just a little bit more.
Fuck! I just destroyed the room. Is there a way to grab the rune as soon as you hook it?
Should be able to right click, yeah.
They're probably gonna patch that.
Yeah, but when you're hooking the fog, then you don't see it.
Boy, fresh mate.
Oh, Rick, he's dominating now. He's dominating. Ooh, they took out the enemy's middle tower.
I should buy BKB, but I hate BKB.
Very well. Fresh mate. By the shot of hell.
Wait, no, hold on. He's unstoppable. It's an ultra kill.
That's right.
Oh man, this guy's dominating.
Happy to oblige with your just and request.
The enemy's top barracks just got riggedy wrecked, son.
At last.
Oh, the enemy's middle tower's gone. Serves them right. Enemy's middle barracks just got wrecked, baby. Oh man, oh,
Why not?
oh, I'm so happy about all this. Hooray, the enemy's bottom tower destroyed. Hooray.
Time to dip. I'm dipping.
What?
Whoa, initiating killing spree mode. Double kill.
Heart, 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 heart.
It's only proper. I'll take that. Okay. Good enough. By the outcast blade. One back.
SF does have Divine, yes. What do I replace Echo Saber with?
Yes.
I think I'm 6 slotted, unless you guys have a good suggestion to replace Echo Saber. They're rushing.
Yes.
Sorry, I denied the Aegis. I didn't think we were going to win that. Here, take the cheese. Take the cheese. CK, take the cheese. CK, you want the cheese? I don't care. I dropped it over by the Ancients. I tried to put it on you, but you kept running away.
Might as well save
You know, it really doesn't feel like I have the attack speed of all of this shit that I have. Easy katka, easy game, easy life. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Easy game, boys. Easy game, easy life. All right. I don't know if we had a complete disadvantage. We were never like super far behind. Zero. How long you want me to stream? I am creating an account on Restream.io. YouTube Live. Wait a minute. It says... you come back later, Zero? Because I was thinking about maybe doing like some sort of like 12-hour stream deal with my new... with From Other Sons. I really can sit in front of my computer for 10 hours and play this game. And my buddy Ben's gonna come over, so like... I woke up at 9 p.m. and it's 4:49. It's 4:50 a.m. right now. So to reset my sleep schedule, because I need to be on a normal sleep schedule for the next like 6-7 days, I'm going to go to sleep at like 1 or 2 a.m. Like I'm gonna be going to sleep in like 22 hours, and then waking up. So like almost like a little under 24 hours. So I could do like a 10-hour stream deal, and I mean I've got all the hardware right in front of me. Hi YouTube, Death Baller feed. I'm trying to figure out how to get Restream.io to work. Is this on YouTube Gaming or is this regular? YouTube. Cool. What is my Washington, D.C. time? Looks like I have 37 milliseconds to Washington, D.C.'s restream service. Thanks, Morden. It's good talking to you as always. All right, somebody type something into the chat. Testing. See if this thing works. All right, word, it works. Cool. Alright, so looks like my Restream.io chat works. So this will allow me to stream to both Twitch and YouTube. So that's cool. Cool. Alright. Well, I think what I'm gonna do is... I used to stream Dota but never got any viewers. I wouldn't have any viewers if I didn't have friends that watched, and I didn't also have a YouTube channel going along with this. So, I need to pause the stream for a bit because I need to eat, and I also would like to record some new video footage and edit it and make a guide to upload. Preferably like 3 or 4 of them, so that I could have something to upload during the break. So I should probably be working on that. Because the longer I stay awake, the more likely I am to lose my voice, and I should do this before I lose my voice. So thank you guys for watching, that did, and I'll talk to you guys soon.